Ray was the ultimate competitor. Of course, if he hit me, he'd probably break me in two. I was ready to talk a little of my own shit. I was gonna maybe instigate something and get the hell out of the way before I got my ass kicked.
All right, TV, we just talked about it. We are headed to Baltimore, M&T Bank Stadium. You played there a few times, huh?
Oh, a lot of meaningful games there against the Ravens, and that's one of the toughest organizations our Patriots organization ever faced. We always went to Baltimore, and they were a tough, hard-nosed football team. They still are, and that defense built around Ray Lewis, Ed Reed, Haloti Ngata. They had so many talented players at all levels of the defense.
There's a clip last week that was like going viral. And maybe you talk all the time about wanting to get up first, right? When a guy hits you.
Oh, yeah.
Ray came in, maybe by today's standards, a couple seconds late, but you can tell that that's going through your head because you popped right back up and tried to get in Ray's face. You remember that?
Oh yeah, that happened a lot of times with Ray because Ray was the ultimate competitor, and he was the quarterback of the defense at linebacker, and everything ran through him. So you just knew that there was always a chess match between what he was trying to get his defense to do and what we were trying to get our offense to do. And he was such a cerebral player. He read route combinations better than anybody. But every once in a while I got into the open field and he would come tracking me down. And of course, if he hit me, he'd probably break me in two. So I would try to slide pretty early, but then, me knowing that I was protected by all my offensive linemen, I was ready to talk a little of my own shit. But it didn't last too long, and even though there was a lot of mutual respect between the two of us, we had a great rivalry over the years.
You're that guy with like a steady back pedal while you're talking some shit, right? Is that the...
I was definitely never gonna get anywhere close to Ray. He was a tough man, and I always knew I wasn't gonna pick any fights with anybody out there, but I was gonna maybe instigate something and get the hell out of the way before I got my ass kicked. My most memorable game there was 2007. We went in there undefeated, and we were going against a team that had a lot of pride, and it was a back and forth battle, and there was a kind of a sequence there at the end of the game with Rex Ryan as the coordinator, and there was a quarterback sneak we called on a fourth down play, and just before the sneak, there was a timeout called by their sideline, and they stopped me on the sneak. And it ended up costing them because when they called the timeout, it reset the play. We reset our play. We made the fourth down. We drove the ball down inside the 10-yard line, and then I threw a touchdown pass to Jabbar Gaffney with very little time left. However, I was sitting on the sideline, we came off and we scored this great touchdown against one of the best defenses we ever faced. And Kyle Boller was the quarterback. He drove the ball to about almost midfield, and they had one shot at the end zone. And there was a lot of wind throwing into the direction where their end zone was. And Kyle unleashed a rocket up in the air, and I'm watching it from the sideline. And the ball comes down, and the Ravens receiver catches it on like the 2-yard line. It was going for a Hail Mary, but he didn't make the end zone, and they came up 2 yards short, which saved our undefeated season to that point.